to me? Okay, so my name is Alexis. I'm doing a persuasive speech, and my speech is on why social media should have a time limit on it. So, if you guys put a timer on how long you're on social media a day, what would it say? Say 5 to 10 minutes? Or would it say 2 to 3 hours? On average, a person spends 2 hours and 30 minutes on social media a day. Does that surprise you? Well, it doesn't surprise me. Social media is a huge epidemic in this generation, and social media is a great thing, but it is also one of the leading causes of anxiety and depression. I have social media, and when I reduce the time that I am on social media, then I tend to feel more happy and that I have more time to do more important things in life. Even just reducing your time on social media a little makes an immense difference. Social media needs to be controlled because it's addicting. It has an impact on your non-social media related life, and it changes the way your brain thinks and the way you react to certain things. First, I want to dive right into the subject of how it affects your social life outside of social media. Social media shows the good parts of life. And I can bet that all of you have some sort of social media apps such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, etc. Even just a messenger app. So it shows pictures like this. You see these pictures often. What they don't tell you is that this person had cosmetic surgery on her just before she took this picture. And this girl was blind, and she got her eyelashes done to make her look more suitable and pretty, and she's wearing contacts. It shows the good parts of life. It doesn't show you what happens afterwards and what work goes into it. And we compare ourselves to these lives. We compare ourselves to these perfect people when really, these are fake. This isn't the real person. Colin Cashner, Colin Cashner, an inspirational speaker, did a TED Talk on the effects of social media. He did a survey with some students on what their parents don't know about social media. Each one of them had a card, and one of them said, "It makes me very, very sad." One of them said, "It makes me depressed, and I don't know why I do it." And one said, "It nearly ended my life." None of those answers were positive. They're actually pretty scary to hear. What if that was you? What if it was the person right next to you that said that? What would you do? Would you post an emoji? No. It causes immense problems, but when you reduce the amount of time that you're on social media, these problems diminish. Of course, there are other problems that can cause this anxiety and depression, but you become less of a victim of it when you don't have social media. The next thing I will talk to you about is the effects it has on your brain. Social media takes up time, and we all know that. But social media also shortens your attention span. I bet all of you have waited for a text for a long time and wondered when this person's going to respond, and you lose interest in things that are happening all over you. Dr. Young, a professor at the University of Pennsylvania, did a test with his students. He had half of them only have a texting app, and the rest of them had whatever social media that they wanted to, such as the Snapchat or Instagram or Twitter or whatever. And after 2 weeks of this, he had a test. And the kids that took the test that only had the text and messenger app had better scores, and they finished it earlier. Although the kids with the Snapchat and Instagram only had worse scores, and they took longer on the test. This verified that social media affects how your brain works and how you think and how you process things. The last thing that I will be teaching you about is the addiction to social media. Though social media is not a drug, it's just as addicting. An addiction center in New York says, Social media addiction is a behavior addiction that is characterized as being overly concerned about social media. The real social life is a face-to-face interaction. And when we don't have that, then we have awkward kids that don't know how to interact in real life. They know how to send a video of them saying something funny, but then when they're talking to someone else, they don't know how to respond. Social media is a fake life, not a real life. And by reducing the amount of time that you have on this, then your brain actually becomes more, it learns a lot faster and it picks up things a lot quicker. In summary, social media needs to be contained in a certain time period to prevent addiction to the apps, damages to the brain, and so it doesn't cause a negative impact to your well-being. Social media needs to be capped. This way the world would have an even better environment and not a fake one. So